gentlemen, we at Seattle Theatre Wala welcome you to our 4th annual production. This year is a special one for us because we are very honored to have the playwright himself amongst us. Please join me to give Mr. Shudipta Bhaumik a very warm Seattle welcome. Shudipta flew in last night from New Jersey, and we are very happy and excited that he's going to be with us for all our 3 shows. Seattle Theatre Wala, from its very inception, has been very fortunate to have the unequivocal support of its patrons and the theatre-loving audience like you. We would not be able to soldier on and produce year after year what we love most and very passionate about if we did not have your overwhelming endorsement. One such special endorsement deserves mention. We are very grateful to Pacific Geoengineering for their generous sponsorship. Now, a few quick reminders. As always, please silence your cell phones and all other electronic devices for the duration of the play. This is a serious play, so please refrain from calling out to your friends or cheering them, as it is a little bit distracting to the cast. And no flash photography and video recording. Just sit back and enjoy the play. Last but not the least, do leave us some feedback on our Facebook page. Feedbacks are imperative to our growth. We learn so much from your feedback. Ron is a multi-layered story about the conflicts within and the wars that rage outside the world. Today, as we honor our veterans, we realize what enormous sacrifices they make and what their families and loved ones go through as they protect our country. And as we go through the play, this resonates very close to our hearts. So ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Ron.
War is inevitable and sometimes comes straight to our doorstep. Tonight, the war is within us. Ladies and gentlemen, Seattle Theatre Wala presents Shudipta Bhaumik's Ron.
Hi, I am Ron. Captain Ron Mitro speaking to you from Baghdad, Iraq. I'm a U.S. soldier of the 2nd Battalion, 101st Infantry Division from Bristol, Connecticut. I am a person of Indian origin, a Bengali-speaking Indian American to be more specific, although I can hardly speak any Bengali. However, I'm not here to talk about myself today. This is not my story. This story, which took place sometime in 2005, is about some of my closest people. People whom I love and adore. These people are going through a very difficult time, possibly much worse than what I am going through. After spending more than 10 months in the hot zone, I've sort of grown used to the violence and unrest around me. But when I think about my folks at home, I really feel sorry for them. I just don't understand why they love me so much. I didn't do what they wanted me to do. I did what I wanted to do. But they're going through this torture just because of me. This is what bothers me more than this war. That's my dad, Dr. Animesh Mitra. My dad teaches electrical engineering at UConn. Quite famous in his field of study, but as you can see, he's very unassuming. My dad loves people, particularly Bengali people. He loves to go to parties, and he loves to throw parties. If he could, he would have thrown a party every weekend.
Are you crazy? Party every weekend? Your ma would kill me.
That's because Mom has to handle all the hassles of the party. Cooking, cleaning. You hardly help her.
Come on. I don't help her. When we have parties, who does all the shopping? Who serves all the drinks?
Okay. I think you should get that settled with Mom. Actually, my mother loves parties too. Especially when she's an invitee. Am I right, Dad?
Absolutely.
But I remember, as I was growing up, she really loved to invite people and cook for them. She used to experiment with different recipes, especially those traditional ones. I remember one. Matcha ghanta. Tasty dish. Something to do with banana flowers?
Mocha Khonto. Spicy banana blossoms.
Yes, Dad. You know it. Banana blossoms. Remember, she perfected the recipe and people were so proud of her for that.
Yes. She makes the best mocha Khonto. Almost as good as my mother.
But remember, Dad, she once wanted to start a catering business. I think she managed to get some orders too. But poor Mom, she gave up pretty soon. It was just too much work for her.
Yes. Your mom could work much harder back then.
Well, she's not getting any younger, my old man. She gets tired cooking for a house full of guests. No wonder she hates to throw parties. But today, she's hosting a very special party for a very special guest who will soon arrive amongst us. It's a special day for all of us.
Listen, I ran out of green chilies. Can you please go to Patel Brothers and get me some green chilies and a tub of yogurt?
Asto Shakale. Arey Baba, the Indian store would not have opened yet. Besides, I have just finished my first cup of tea. Will you please make me another?
Get it yourself. I have lots to do.
Okay. Sometimes I forget that I am not in India. Out here, you have to do everything yourself.
Yes, you do. Get me a housekeeper and I'll gladly make cha for you. Do you know how much I still have to do? I have to make paneer masala, fish curry.
Hey Baba, why rush? Nando said he'll come help you.
Nando is only going to make the meat dishes. I still have to take care of the rest. And I want to go to the temple this afternoon. And then Ronnie might come.
Ronnie will come today.
He better. He hasn't called for 2 weeks now. Besides, today is Vidisha's baby shower though.
Yes, you're right. I haven't received an email from him in a long time. Maybe he was assigned to a special mission or something. You know, that one time we didn't hear from him for almost 3 weeks.
Don't say that. I shudder at the thought of it. I just want my son to come back home.
Yes. He should have been home by now. But thanks to our honorable president, Lord knows when they will all come back.
Don't be pessimistic. Today is an auspicious day. Don't make me sad.
But I don't think Ron will call today.
Why?
Because every time he calls, you start to cry. He wouldn't want you to be upset today. Besides, we are giving a baby shower to his best friend.
You're right. I don't have any time to cry. But he will call today. Because he knows when he doesn't call, I feel even worse.
Oh, is that so? Abar, don't you think his phone call would make me happy too? Huh? And if you start to cry now, what will you do later?
You are right. Don't have any time today at all.
Modi, the door was wide open. My hands were full.
No, you didn't have to take all of this. You should have called me. Amakidam.
Dada, will you please stop being formal with me? Bodhi, where should I keep these?
আমাকে দাও।
What are you doing? Just tell me what to do. What am I here for? Dada? You must have done something to upset her.
Yeah, Ronnie hasn't called in a long time and so she's upset. Nothing major.
Ha 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 ha. Nothing major, huh? This boy has not called for 2 weeks. No email, no phone call, nothing. And you say nothing major? Tell me, Nando, doesn't this boy have any feelings for us? Is it unreasonable for me to be worried?
Not at all. Not at all. How can you say this, Dada? She's a mother, for heaven's sake. How come she'll not be worried? But no news for 2 weeks? That's not good.
All I said is that he must have gotten assigned to some special mission. You know how hard it is to call from those remote places.
That's true, the movie. Don't you worry. I have this feeling in my heart. He will call you very soon. In a day or two at most.
You are right. Listen to me. He will call today. Guaranteed.
Okay, if the two of you feel so strongly, then he will call. After all, majority rules. But listen, when he calls, don't start to cry. That doesn't make anyone happy. And happiness is a scarce commodity. By the way, if you need any help cooking, just let me know. I'll be sitting here reading paper.
Dada, I beg you, don't even try, okay? Last time, you tried to fry that eggplant, you almost fried us.
Sir, we have lots to do.
Yeah, let's go, Booby.
Let's go.
Oh, by the way, Dada, tonight, I will make the best mutton curry you ever had.
Hello? Yes, this is Dr. Animesh Mitra. One second. Yes, go on, please. What? Bobby? You mean Robert Fritz? Oh my God. When did that happen? And what happened? Oh. Yes, Robert and Ronnie have been friends since childhood. No, Ronnie is in a different unit. We haven't heard back from him yet. I see. So, what did they say they were going to? Okay. I see. Well, okay. Thank you for calling. Bye-bye. Hello? Sergeant Lopez? Yes, this is Dr. Animesh Mitra, Ron Mitro's father. I'm fine, thank you. Listen, we haven't heard from our son in a long time, and so we were getting a little anxious, so... Oh, I see. Yes, you're right. Yes, we did hear about Robert Fritz. Robert and Ronnie went to school together. They were very close. Okay. Like you said, no news is good news, I guess, in this case. Okay, well, if you do, yes. Yes, we will.
This Nando is so funny. Who called?
Mrs. Connor.
Mrs. Connor. That's strange. Why?
Bobby died.
Bobby? Bobby who?
Bobby. Robert Fritz. Ronnie's friend.
Bobby? Bobby died? How? What happened to him?
Bodhi, you will like this joke even better. What happened now? What happened, Dada? Why is she crying?
Do you know Robert Fritz? Ronnie's friend? He was deployed to Baghdad. 2 days ago, some insurgents attacked his unit. Bobby and 2 other Marines were killed in that encounter.
Oh my God.
I'm very worried about Ronnie. Please call him right now.
I did call their field reporting officer, Sergeant Lopez. He hasn't heard from Ronnie either. He said no news is good news. He asked us to be strong and have faith in the Middle East.
Are you sure? Did you hear him right? Was he trying to hide anything?
It didn't sound like it. Besides, we would be the first ones to know. You know, like they say, bad news travels faster.
I'm scared. I'm really scared. You know, that Bobby, he was so young. Younger than Ronnie even. Maybe his mom, what she didn't go through to raise this boy up. If something were to happen to Ronnie, my God.
Bodhi, please don't cry. I feel it in my heart. Ronnie is fine. He will come back to you. Trust me.
Shanti, we should go visit Mary, Bobby's mother. I think we should be by her side now.
Yes, you're right. That poor girl is all alone. I'll get ready in 5 minutes. Oh, today is Vidisha's baby shower. There is still so much left to do. I don't feel like doing anything. Why don't you just call and cancel this party?
Is that really necessary? This party was Ronnie's idea. You know how he insisted. Besides, Vidisha will be disappointed.
That's right. You don't have to cancel the party. I will take care of the cooking and everything. You guys should go.
No, Domre bhai, I don't know how to repay you. Thank you so much.
Bodhi, please stop being formal with me. Now get going. I have lost to be. Go.
Sure.
Nandoka. This guy is great. I am glad he's with my parents. He struggled hard all his life, seen a lot of bad stuff, but always cheerful. I came to know Nandokaku when I was in middle school. He'd always say that he's the luckiest person on earth because he won his immigration through a visa lottery. I couldn't comprehend why that was so special, but when I asked him, he'd just smile and say that you are lucky too, because you don't have to comprehend why I am happy. But these days, I tend to understand a little bit. It was Nandokaku who helped convince my parents when I decided to join the Guard. My father had stopped talking to me, and my mother, she was visibly upset. I started to feel guilty. Was I doing something so wrong that they were so upset with me?
Do you know what you're getting into, Ronnie? Do you understand the consequences of your decision?
Of course I know, Dad. The worst that can happen if I get deployed to war is I may get killed. No, I think the worst is I may be injured and become incapacitated for life. But Dad, that can happen anytime. I can have the same misfortune if I got into a car accident. Besides, I think the probability of getting into a car accident is much higher than getting killed in war.
That's not the point, Ronnie. It's the ideology that matters. We never thought you could support war, violence.
Of course not. But Dad, you're missing the point. No soldier wants to be in a war. But if such a thing were to happen, somebody should be prepared to fight for the country and the people.
But that doesn't have to be you. We did not bring you up to be a gun-toting soldier. We always thought that you could do much, much better.
But Dad, aren't you overreacting a little bit? First of all, I'm not joining the regular army. I'm joining the National Guard. So it's highly unlikely that I may ever be in a combat situation. Your hopes are not all over.
Ronnie, you're living in a fool's paradise. Don't you hear the war cries of our leaders? 9/11 has changed everything.
Yes, Dad! 9/11 has changed everything. How can I sit idle after 9/11? Isn't it high time to realize that we are not safe anymore?
Is this the only way to avenge 9/11?
It's a good place to start.
And where will it end?
Dad, don't worry. Everything will be okay. But we need to act to make things right, shouldn't we?
Right. Right for whom, Ronnie? Right for whom? For America? For Americans?
How could you say this, Dad? Isn't America our country? This country has given us so much. Don't we owe anything to America?
Ronnie, no. I do not think picking up arms is the only way to serve one's country. I do not support your decision. I cannot approve it at all.
But Dad, There's nothing for you to approve or disapprove. It is my decision to join the Guard, and I'm doing it. Whatever may be the consequences, I'm willing to face it. I have some duties and obligations towards my country.
Obligations? Don't you have any obligations towards your family? Ami, tor ma, don't we mean anything to you?
Of course, Dad. You and Ma mean the most to me. But Dad, this is my wish, my dream. It's a decision about my life. I would like to do what makes me happy. Wait, you did that too, didn't you? Grandpa and Grandma weren't happy either when you decided to come to this country and then stayed back. But they accepted to lose their son, didn't they?
Yes, they did. I guess they did.
Ronnie, we must talk.
Finally, Ma. I thought you weren't going to talk to me again. I'm sure you'll scold me, right?
Why would I, Ronnie? You're a grown man. You can do what you think is right. Who are we to stop you?
Aha! You are still mad at me. Ma, please try to understand. You named me Ronald Beer, didn't you? Then why don't you give me a chance to live up to my name?
You remember the meaning of your name?
Of course I do. Ronald Beer, the war hero.
I see you haven't forgotten Bangla altogether.
No, Ma, I haven't. I remember a lot of things you told me when I was a kid. I remember you told me your granduncle, your Dadu, was in the armed forces. He fought for the British and then the Indian Army, right?
You even remember that? You know what he used to tell me? He used to say, we fight only for Shanti, for peace. And I would say, Dadu, you fight for me? He would say, yes, my darling, we fight only for Shanti. But do you know what I told him? I said, Dadu, please don't fight for me. What if you get hurt? What if you get killed?
Ma, please, don't cry. Trust me, I'll be fine. Ma, we have the best weaponry and defense systems in the world. Nobody can beat us.
Ronnie, war spares no one. And that's what scares me. When war becomes inevitable, no one can stop it.
Ma, if you keep on crying, how will I go and fight for the people? If I break my contract with the army now, my dreams will be shattered. But that's okay. I'll handle it. I just can't handle your tears.
No, Ronnie. You don't have to sacrifice your wishes for me. No mother would like her child to give up his dreams for her sake. No, Ronnie. I won't cry anymore.
You sure? Ma, you also have to promise me. If something happens to me, you know, something really bad, you won't shed a single drop of tear. Promise me?
I will. I give you my word.
Vidisha? Vidisha? Where's my towel?
It should be on the towel rack. Look around, please.
Arey, if it was on the rack, why would I ask you? I'm telling you it's not here. Would you please get it?
I must have taken it to the laundry. I'm sorry. My mistake. Wait, I'm coming.
Hurry up.
No.
What happened? Are you mad at me? Come on. Don't you think I'm romantic enough? It's a pity. Only if you could understand. You seem to understand everybody else all right.
Did you say something?
No, nothing. Received any emails lately?
What email are you talking about?
You know what email I'm talking about. Don't try to act like Vidisha. You don't receive emails from too many people in this world. Spell their names out.
No. You have to tell me who you're talking about. I get emails from my father. My brother emails me. Shormishta
And
emails.
Ronnie? What about him? Doesn't he send you emails? Why did you skip his name?
Of course Ronnie emails me. Ronnie is my friend. Why wouldn't he email me?
Of course a friend would email you. More so, it happens to be a boyfriend.
Stop it, Tonmoy. Tonmoy? You don't trust me, right?
Why shouldn't I trust you?
No. Tell me the truth. You think I'm not loyal to you?
Come on, don't be silly. Maybe I'm a bit jealous, especially when I see you getting so much of your attention.
Is that so? Do you really feel I don't pay enough attention to you?
Well, you do, but there's a difference, and I can feel it. Maybe it's jealousy, but that's a sign of love, isn't it?
Please, Tonmoy, don't be jealous of Ronnie, please. He's very lonely in the desert, living in grave danger all the time. He needs our support. He needs our care.
Sure, but that was his choice.
What was his choice? This war?
Joining the army. That was his choice. Animeshta, Bodhi, nobody wanted it, but he didn't listen. Look at us. We've always learned to obey and respect our parents and elders.
Tonmoy, our child who's coming, if one day he makes such a decision, what will you do?
Our son will never make a decision like that. I won't allow him to. You have to raise him accordingly.
I have to raise him. You won't?
Yes, you are the mother. You have greater responsibility. That's why I married you. An Indian woman. So that child can grow up with proper Indian values.
Wow, that's a revelation. So you married me to raise your children? But I thought your decision to marry me had more to do with your allegiance towards your parents, wasn't it?
Yes! Yes, you're right. I married you to make my parents happy. My parents promised your family and I have to respect their promise. I silenced my desire, my love. I sacrificed my life for you and you know that.
No, that's cowardice. The bitter truth is you would never muster enough courage to go against your family and marry Lisa. And you don't even have the guts to accept that fact.
Don't you dare call me a coward. I warn you. Who are you, huh? Who are you? A petty suburban Indian girl who would have had no future if I wouldn't have married you. The Johnny is your cutest friend, right? Hmm? You know what he did when I decided to marry him? He ridiculed me, humiliated me in front of my friends. He taunted me for marrying you and not Lisa. My son has to be like me. He must be the Johnny. The Johnny should have no influence on my son. Never! I'm sorry. Animeshta called. He wanted to know whether he received any emails from Ronnie. He sounded quite disturbed. He mentioned some friend of Ronnie named Robert was killed in Iraq.
Robert? You mean Bobby? Bobby died? When? Where? How?
You know Bobby?
I never met him, but heard so much about him from Ronnie. It felt like I knew him just like how I know Ronnie. Tonmoy? Is Ronnie alright? Has anything happened to Ronnie? Please tell me Ronnie's alright.
Calm down, Vidisha, calm down. Animeshta called Ronnie's base, and they said they have no information about Ronnie. He said Bodhi was very upset, and that's quite natural. I don't know. Why do we have to have the celebration tonight? I suggested Animeshna to cancel this party.
No, don't. Please don't cancel the party. The baby shower must happen today. Please call Animeshna. Tell him the baby shower must happen today.
Vidisha, please control yourself. Please try to understand. Relax. Relax.
Ronnie promised to call me at the party. He said he'll wish us and a child during the ceremony. Tanmay, please don't cancel the party. Please, go call Kayak. Animeshna, go call them now. Go, go!
All right. Relax. Relax.
Why did you have to do this, Ronnie?
Why? What did I do?
Why did you join the army? Why did you go to war?
Well, don't you know? You know it better than the others.
But you could have been like the other kids. You could have graduated from college, had a well-paying job. Why don't you have a girlfriend, Ronnie?
How do you know I don't have a girlfriend?
You do? Who is she? Tell me more about her.
I never said I had one. I just asked, how could you assume that I have a girlfriend?
I don't think so. If you had a girlfriend, you wouldn't have wasted your time talking to me.
But aren't we friends too?
Yes, we are friends. But
What?
how can I be your friend? I'm not even good enough to be Tanmay's friend. How can I be yours?
What? Isn't the magic of arranged marriage working? Aha, I know. In an Indian marriage, a husband and wife are not supposed to be friends. They're supposed to be husband and wife. You follow this magical rule, and your marriage will never go sour.
How do you know? Animeshna and Bodhi are very good friends.
Baba says it's only after 13 years of marriage that a husband and wife can become something like friends.
13 years? Do I have to wait that long?
Oh, come on. You're not taking this seriously, are you?
I don't know. But if you were here today, it would have been great fun.
Oh, you'll have lots of fun. Nando Kaku will be there. Rogamashi will be there. You know, as I was growing up, I was always called upon to feed the first spoon to the mother to eat. They say that if a boy feeds the mother, the child is expected to be a boy.
Then why won't you feed me? I would also have a boy.
You want a boy? Why not a girl?
To raise a girl is very difficult. I'm scared.
That's weird. Why is it easier to raise a boy?
Everybody says so.
But what?
What if the boy leaves me and goes to fight a war? Like you. I'm scared, Ronnie. I'm very scared. This country is too cruel, too brutal. It is ruthless.
Progga Paramita Sen, MD. She was my pediatrician and has been our family friend since I don't remember how long. She was always the smartest and most attractive Mashi I knew. Growing up, I was never scared of going to the doctors. Instead, I always looked forward to it. I guess you could say that I had somewhat of a crush on her. But as I grew older, she became one of my closest and dearest of friends. She went through some hard times in her life, but she was always a fighter. She never gave up. After going through a nasty divorce, Rogamashi now lives all by herself. She's into art, yoga, meditation, philosophy. She says she just wants to enjoy herself now. Enjoy the finer things in life.
Supu, what's the matter with you? You drinking already? You've been drinking till late last night.
What else could I do? You were busy with your yoga and other mumbo jumbo. I found this cute little bar of yours and pulled back.
Practice some self-control. You're not getting any younger. You don't have to devour something just because it's in front of you.
Why? Do you think I have no self-control? Look at me. Here you are, right in front of me. All alive in real flesh and blood. Yet I'm not doing it. Trying to keep cool as a cuckoo bird.
Is it your self-control or my age that's holding you back?
Age? Good heavens. My lady, many a 30-something, who died to get your figure and looks. Just give me an inch, girl, I'll take you a mile.
How many drinks have you had? You sound drunk already. Do you drink this early in Kolkata too?
No, not at all. In Calcutta, I drink only after sunset. But you know, I am still hanging in the Indian Standard Time Zone, so as far as I am concerned, my sun is already set.
Practice some yoga and meditation. And age will not dare to touch you. And instead of having alcohol for breakfast, try this pomegranate juice. The best anti-aging elixir. Rich in antioxidants and vitamins. Try it.
Tell me something, don't they make any liquor in pomegranate juice?
Never take anything seriously.
That's not entirely true. I do take you very seriously. You make just one phone call and I flew in right away from Calcutta. Didn't waste a single minute.
Yes, true. But you've been here for a week and yet to start your work.
Yeah, please, let me settle down. This damn jet lag is still lingering like a nasty hangover.
Well, we have no more time to waste. We are going to the Mitro's house this evening.
This evening?
Shanti has arranged a baby shower for Vidisha, and we are invited.
Baby shower? What am I supposed to do in a baby shower? Isn't that a girls' only event?
Doesn't matter. Baby shower is just a pretext for a party. And tonight's special, you know, only Vidisha's family and we are invited. Ronnie had made a special request for this party.
Ronnie asking for Vidisha's baby shower. I think I smell something fishy.
Ronnie and Vidisha are just close friends. Shanti has been planning for this baby shower for a long time. But when Ronnie's tour got extended, Animeshda wanted to postpone. But Ronnie said the show must go on.
Close friends indeed.
Not everyone's like you.
Why, you don't think I'm a good friend?
Why don't you ask that to yourself? Maybe you'll find the answer.
Why dig up this skeleton? But yeah, let bygones be bygones.
Subbu, can I ask you something? When we met at the Kolkata Book Fair, after 25 long years, how did you feel?
Just as the great poet had sung, I crossed this endless road through the desert.
Please be
Oh.
serious, Subbu. Tell me, what were you thinking? I felt scared. Really scared. I had the chills, you know. It's a good thing you called out to me. Otherwise, I would have run away from you.
Run away from me. Well, I don't blame you. People hate me.
People hate you. Then why were they standing in that long line to buy your books?
Because they don't know me. They must have heard my name and wanted to get it signed by the ill-famous journalist, but those who know me.
I don't hate you.
You said you wanted to run away.
Because I was scared. Scared to face my past. It felt like I was crumbling down. Shattered into pieces.
But your foundation has always been very strong. But you know, Bravest of the soldier gets the chill when he faces the enemy.
Enemy.
Sure, can you deny it? We were enemies. Maybe we still are.
Yes. You and I have been enemies in the past. But once upon a time, we were friends too. Your friend. Mallika's friend.
Don't! Please don't mention that name. Ever, please. You know, I was not responsible for her death.
Yes. In the eyes of the law, you were not. But can you really say you had nothing to do with it?
No, I had nothing to do with it. I was in a relationship with Mallika, but I was not married to her. I fell in love with you, and that's the truth.
But I would have never betrayed Mallika. She was my childhood friend. But she was so stupid. Took her life for such a simple matter. Listen, you're here for one reason only, and that is to write that book. I will give you whatever material you need for your research.
Yes, I'm here to write the book. But that's not my only motivation. You know that, right?
For now, you should just focus on the book and nothing else. Remember, you gave me your word. Hello? Hi, Vidisha. How are you? So today's your day, huh? What's the matter, Vidisha? Why are you crying? Robert? Yes, I've heard of him. I think I met him too. What happened? Oh my God. Is Ronnie alright? Thank God. But why are you crying, Vidisha? Oh, don't worry. I'm sure he's fine. Yeah, don't cry. It's not good for your baby. I'll call Animeshna right away. You take care. Bye.
What happened? Something serious?
Ronnie's friend Robert? He was killed in Iraq. How could the violence of war attract him?
Pragya, when a man picks up a gun, he feels immense sense of power. Power is an addiction. Violence is an addiction. Pragya, you said you were closer to Ron since he was a child. You have this pediatrician, you like him so much. But did it ever cross your mind to have him closer to you? Maybe as your son-in-law. I mean, as Millie's husband.
Don't be silly. Ronnie and Millie are like brothers and sisters. They've known each other since their childhood.
Suppose today, Millie wants to marry Ron. Would you like it?
No, I wouldn't.
So does it have something to do with Ron being in the army?
No, not at all.
Then what is it? Is it because...
Subbu, please, stop asking any more questions. I won't answer.
Then how can I write this book, Pragya? You have commissioned me, but if you yourself don't cooperate...
Subbu, please. It's my honest request to you. Please don't draw Millie into this. Please. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
Dada, looks like you are all set for barbecue.
Yes. Just wait till you taste my barbecue. You'll never forget.
Well, Dada, we are all aware of your Chinese. I was talking about real food.
But where are you going? Don't you want to eat some of these charred dishes before the real food comes in?
Well said, Dada. Why don't you start the chai? I will rush home and change my clothes.
Okay.
They smell like a goat.
But come back soon. I have your favorite whiskey.
Oh, well, Dada, then I'll be back in a jiffy. Oh, Dada, I almost forgot to mention this.
What?
This afternoon, a couple of army officers came looking for me.
What did you say? Army officers? Are you sure?
Yeah, two officers wearing kind of green-blue uniform. What happened, Dada? Are you all right? Are you feeling sick, Dada?
No. I'm all right. I'm all right. Nando? What did they say? Tell me everything. What did they say?
They said if Dr. Animesh Mitra or Mrs. Mitra are at home.
And what did you say?
I said you are not home, you will be late.
And then what did they say?
Why are you getting so tense, Dada? What are you nervous about?
Nando, just answer my question. What did they say?
Nothing. It looks like they were Ronnie's friend, and I asked them if they're Ronnie's friend. They said, yes, we are. And then after that, I asked them if they want to leave any message. And they said, no, they want to talk to you only.
They'll be back. They'll be back.
Let them be back. Why bother? They are Ronnie's friend. They must have come with some message from Ronnie.
Yes, you're right. They must have come with some message. But nobody should know. Did you tell Shanti?
No, I completely forgot.
Good, good. She shouldn't know. At least not today. Why don't you go home, Nando? But come back soon. We don't have much time.
I'll be back soon, Dada. But you stop worrying now. Okay, see you soon.
What am I supposed to do, Ronnie?
Dad, you're doing fine. You're doing just fine. Keep it up.
Was it really necessary to celebrate this event today? Why did you insist so much?
Vidisha has been looking forward to this event for a long time now. We can't disappoint her. I know that this event is branded as a girly affair, but I don't look at it that way. I always thought of it as welcoming the new child into our world. When he comes, he should not feel like he's in a foreign land. We should make him feel at home.
Were you scared, Ronnie? We were not there with you. You were all alone.
I won't lie to you, Dad. I was scared. I was very scared. It's a foreign land, a foreign environment. But you know, Dad, it's good to be scared sometimes. It keeps you alert.
Yes. You are such a timid child. In the night, if you would hear some weird noise, you would come running to our bedroom and slip in between us.
Dad, I'm all grown up now.
Yes. You are grown up. You've really grown up now.
You know, but I think I can confess now. Sometimes I did feel like running away and hiding in your bed between you and Mom. I always thought it was the safest place ever built. It was my green zone.
Then why didn't you, Ronnie? Why didn't you? Why did you run away and come back to us forever?
Dad, you know I can't quit now. You and Mom made me run a beard. How can I let you down? I have to do some justice to my name. Dad, I think your guests are here.
Yes.
Go ahead, Dad. Open the door.
Yes. Almost.
That's it. Keep going, Dad. Open the door.
Yes.
You're doing fine, Dad. Keep it up.
Yes. Welcome, our guests of honor.
I'm so sorry, Animation. Now we are late.
Because I asked him to take me to this flower shop.
Why did you get us flowers, Vidisha? It is our turn to give you flowers today.
These flowers are for Bodhi. She loves roses. Where is Bodhi?
She went inside to change. Shanti, Vidisha and Tanmoy are here. Tanmoy, have a seat. Have a seat. Your Bodhi will be here soon.
Onimishta, I was very sad to hear about Bobby this morning. You must be under a lot of stress and you have been running around all day. Maybe we should have cancelled this party tonight.
Tanmoy, bad things happen all the time. But life goes on. We cannot stop the destruction. But we can definitely celebrate the creation of new life, right, Vidisha?
Alicia was counting days for this event. You'll always get a biased opinion if you ask her.
Yes, I know. If the ceremony was not being held, you would have been the happiest person.
Tonmo is not going through the labor pains. How can he appreciate this ceremony?
Come on, Bodhi, this is unfair. Don't you think I have anything to do with this childbirth? By the way, you tell me, did you do anything after Ronnie's birth?
Of course he did. Whenever Ronnie used to get sick, he was the one who would stay up at night, giving him medicine, taking his temperature, while I slept peacefully. You know, Tonmoy, the Ronnie Mishta was a champion diaper changer.
Really?
Oh yes, he could change a diaper in seconds with complete precision. I was rather sloppy and he would get mad at me.
Tanmoy, anytime you need a crash course in diaper changing, come right over. But you need a model. Maybe you can ask Tondo.
Oh. That must be program. Can you get the door, please?
Yes.
Excuse me. I need to use the restroom.
Bodhi, I almost forgot to give you these roses.
They're lovely. Let me put them in a vase.
Oh, Bodhi, Ronnie is going to call today.
Really? Did you get any email from him?
Yes, a few days ago, when his trip got postponed, he wrote that even if he cannot make it to the event today, he'll call us during the ceremony. He promised.
Then I'm sure he will. You know, since I heard of Bobby this afternoon, I've been feeling rather miserable. I even went to the temple to pray. By the way, I have some prasad for you. Please have it before you eat anything else, okay? There's Proga. Proga, come in.
I'm so sorry, Shanti, we are late.
It doesn't matter. And you must be Dr. Anand Subramaniam. I've heard so much about you. Please have a seat.
Bodhi, drop the doctor and call me Subbu. Raja calls me Subbu.
And Subbu, this is our Vidisha.
Pleased to meet you. I understand you are the chief guest tonight.
Oh, and that is Tanmoy, Vidisha's husband. A very bright young man. A computer wizard, if you will.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Sorry. Got a bit distracted. Tanmoy, you reminded me of somebody. Never mind. Bodhi, can I get a cup of tea?
Of course. Vidisha, come with me. I have a new shari for you. Let's put it on.
So, Subbu is going to have tea. What about you, Tanmoy? I have your favorite, Glenfiddich.
Glenfiddich, single malt. Nimesh should have told me earlier. Bodhi, please cancel my tea. I'm joining the whiskey party. Now I was a bit hesitant to ask for any liquor, like a timid Tamilian went for the tea. Please forgive me also.
We've already had quite a few drinks.
Oh, Pragya, don't be a spoil sport. Let us boys celebrate Tanmoy's achievement. What do you say, brother?
So, us boys are going to have drinks. What about you, Proga?
Oh, nothing for me. Maybe later.
Okay. Tanmoy, Subbu, Proga, make yourselves comfortable. I'll go get the drinks.
Oh, Anita,
Yes.
let me come with you. I think we will manage to do it, so.
Good idea. Come on.
Subbu, what's the matter with you? Are you drunk again? 2 months ago you seemed alright.
Nothing's wrong with me. I'm fine. The guy, what is his name? Yes, Tanmoy. His looks were very disturbing.
Why? Why do you feel like that? Do you know him?
I just met. I don't know him.
Then what is so disturbing about him? Why do you have to pace like this?
Stop! Why do you have to be concerned? Just because you brought me here doesn't give you the right to treat me like a child.
I am not.
but I can expect you not to behave in any way that embarrasses me.
Hey, what is all this commotion about? Are you two having a fight or what? I heard some excited voices.
No, why should we be fighting?
Anyway, only lovers and married couple fight each other. We are a pair of postmodern intellectuals. We don't fight, we debate. No. No ice, no water. Please don't dilute this precious drink.
Cheers.
Yes.
So, what is this debate about? Enlighten us too.
Nothing serious on Nimeshna. Please don't pay any attention to his words.
So, Subbu, is your trip business or pleasure?
I'd rather let my hostess answer that. She might not approve of what I say.
Subbu and our old friends, back from our medical college days. But this year at the Kolkata fair, I discovered something new. He's a well-known author. We met after 25 years, right? Anyways, in our meetings, we were talking about Ronnie, and he came up with this idea.
Idea? What idea?
To write a book. A book about your son. A book to understand what it takes the son of an Indian parents join the American army and...
Isn't that a great idea? Everyone should know about Ronnie. About his sacrifices, his dreams, his beliefs. A book about Ronnie. Why?
Why? You don't think that's a good idea?
But the person you want to write about isn't here.
I know. I don't need Ronnie. I need you. I need to hear from you. I need to see your son through your eyes. In fact, this book really isn't about Ronnie.
What do you mean the book isn't about Ronnie?
No, not about Ronnie. It's about your conflicts.
Why do you say so?
Why wasn't there any conflict with your son? Conflict of morals, conflict of values.
Ronnie wanted to join the army and we supported him.
Yes.
You supported it. You mean to say you had no problems with your son killing those poor people in Iraq?
What kind of a question is that, Subbu? And why are you asking that to Animeshna and Shanti? You're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to write a book about Ronnie. Please don't do this right now.
Of course I can. You cannot dictate what I can write and what I can't write.
Subbu does have a point though. Our values are not as same as Ronnie's. It is difficult for us to accept his decision to join the war.
Why is it so difficult? Ronnie is an American and he joined the army to serve his country. What's so strange about it? If he wasn't in India and had joined the Indian army, would you have said the same thing?
Pritisha, how can you equate Indian army with US army? Indian army never invaded others.
Why? Didn't the Indian army go to Sri Lanka? Even before, didn't they forcefully annex Hyderabad, Goa, Daman and Diu?
I'm impressed, Vidisha. You're not only pretty, you have a sharp mind too.
Thank you for the compliment. But Subbu, you haven't answered my question.
Because your question is completely irrelevant. Vidisha, I wouldn't have any interest in writing this book if Ronnie was in India. Because soldiers of Indian army are Indians for generations. My question was not to you or to someone. I was asking an immigrant Indian father and mother of an American soldier, why aren't they speaking up? Should I consider this silence as an affirmative response?
Let me get it.
Aha! The party seems to be in full swing. Hey, Convoy, can you please pour me a drink?
Sure, Nandada.
Namaskar, I am Nandadulal Das.
Namaskar, Subramaniam.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Here's your drink, Nandada.
Thank you so much. So, what are you guys talking about? Something exciting? What happened, Modi? Why do you look so serious? Did Ronnie call?
No.
But then he will call any time now.
Really? That's very good. We'll get to hear his opinion too. But I must ask you this. Are you proud? Are you really proud of your son?
course we are. We are all proud. And why not? This boy Ronnie made all Bengalis proud. Tell me, mister, how many Bengalis have you seen joining the army? It takes guts to pick up a rifle.
Wait. What does it take to kill human beings? Tell me, what does it take to become a murderer?
A soldier is not a murderer, Subbu. A soldier kills his enemies to protect his countrymen. It's his duty.
But is that right, Pragati? Who's to decide who's a friend and who's a foe? Isn't the soldier a human being? Doesn't he have conscience, feelings, humanity? Why? Why should a soldier blindly accept someone as his enemy just because he's told so?
Because that's what he's supposed to do. That's his duty.
Once again, you are right, Melisha. A soldier doesn't think. He only obeys orders. Orders to kill, orders to destroy.
So you're not entirely wrong. Most soldiers are merely teenagers. 18, 19 years old maybe. And they can do anything for cheap thrill. And what can be a better thrill than killing people, huh? Patriotism? Service? All baloney.
Shame on you, Tanmay. How can you say such a thing? These young boys and girls give up their homes, their families, and put their lives in great danger. And you say it's for a cheap thrill. You haven't met them, Tanmay. I have. Many of my ex-patients are now in the military. These beautiful, innocent kids, laying down their lives for their country. Please do not delay to that.
Don't try to preach me, Brogadi. Innocent kids, my foot. You have no idea how violent and dangerous these 19-year-olds can be.
And how do you know?
You think I'm making this all up?
Why are you getting angry, Tom? Why? Tell us what you have in mind.
Nothing. I've nothing to say.
Oh, no. You cannot do this now. You have made a serious allegation. You must substantiate it. Come on, speak up now.
This is my personal affair. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
No, you must tell us. I want to know why you hate boys like Ronnie.
Don't force him. If he doesn't want to tell, that's okay. Just leave him alone. Everything is fair in love and war. Whose quote is that, Subbu?
If I'm not mistaken, it is Francis Edwards Medley.
Correct.
But do you subscribe to that kind of philosophy and
No. No, I don't. I wish everything was fair in love and war. But it hardly ever is.
you know, I believe all is unfair in love and war.
Huh?
What? You disagree? Tell me, was there any real justification behind this war in Iraq? Oli, Animesh, do you support your son's war?
And I want to ask you, what gives you the right to ask such a question? What do you know about war? Have you experienced a war?
Nandada. The Anand Subramaniam is a journalist. He's a famous author of books on war and army. He's here to write a book about Ronnie.
Journalist. Listen, mister, if you have guts, then go pick up a rifle and go to a war and experience a war with your own eyes. Spend a few nights in the trenches and watch your fellow soldier blown up to bits by a grenade. Then only you can come back and ask such a question.
I had to beat my own drum, but if you do a bit of research on me, you will find out about me and my experience. You seem to have some experience with war, am I right?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And listen to me. I support this war. And you know why? Because I want those bastards wiped out from the face of this earth.
Nando, what are you saying?
Yes, Prokka. Yes, Prokka, I know my enemy. During 71 war, I saw them. I saw them in front of my eyes. I saw them murdering my parents. Those bastard soldiers. They raped my sister. And all I could do is cry helplessly.
Nandada!
I was only 10 years old. ran as fast as I could. Those Liberation Army soldiers picked me up and took me to their camp. Those that destroyed my life. That destroyed everything.
Nando, calm down. We're all with you. Calm down.
Modi, I told Ronnie, my brother, I could not pick up a rifle. I could not fight. But you must fight. You must fight on my behalf. You have to take my revenge.
So, what do you think? Do you support Nando's extremist viewpoints? Are you all fundamentalists like him?
How could you conclude that we support Nando's views?
Isn't that obvious? None of you voiced any protest. Your empathy towards Nando strongly supports this notion.
Our empathy towards Nando doesn't mean that we support his views. Ronnie doesn't either.
Actually, that is true. Modi, Ronnie told me, Nando Kaku, I understand your pain. I understand why you are so angry with those Pakistani soldiers. But what about those Liberation Army soldiers? They were Muslims too. So don't ask me to fight the Muslims. Ask me to fight the enemies of our country, whoever they may be. Sorry, Modi. Please forgive me. Please forgive me, Dada. Binisha, I'll be back. I just need some time.
Nando!
Yes.
Nando!
I don't support this war. This is an illegal and unfair war. I don't know how the people of this country could make heroes of these army guys. This country is full of hypocrites.
Then why are we in this country? Then why are we not going back to India? Why are you waiting for your green card?
Because of practical reasons, and you know that. You know that I'm not going to live in this country forever. I'm not going to be a citizen of this country. I am an Indian. I will always be an Indian.
Bullshit.
What do you mean?
Bullshit means male cow problem. Don't give me all that nationalistic crap. You folks are the greatest hypocrites of all. Just because there is a war going on, you guys are talking big on nationalism and patriotism. And let me tell you, in a couple of years, you're waiting for your green card. You'll be standing in front of the American flag, swearing your Pledge of Allegiance, just like Shanti, Animes, and Pragya. Pour me a drink.
Yes, we are Americans, but we are no less Indians. Just because we have pledged allegiance to the US flag doesn't mean that we don't love our homeland. You have no right to insult us.
So you, I'm not a fool. If not for you non-resident Indians, who's going to invite us to this country?
Shanti, let's go and prepare for dinner. Tupu will not let us keep our cool here.
Why are you all scared? Scared that if you confess that you don't support this war, it will somehow weaken your support for Ron. And on the other hand, if you say you support this war, then you think your people back home and your liberal society will brand you as a reactionary. Don't try to avoid me, Modi. Answer me. Do you support your son's war?
Supu, stop it! My God, I should have never brought you here. I never knew you were such a pathetic alcoholic. Shanti, I apologize.
Why are you apologizing for Pragya? You don't have to apologize for me. If needed, I can ask for it myself. Do they know about your views about this war? Nimish, Modi, do you?
Of course they know. Everybody knows. I don't support any war. Not even this war. I hate wars.
Here, all of you. My friend, Dr. Pragya Sen, has just declared that she hates wars. But what about the soldier who fights the war? Do you hate a soldier too, Dr. Sen?
No, not the soldier who fights the war.
Yes, you do. You hate soldiers. You hate them so much that you can't stand the idea of getting your daughter married to a soldier. Am I right?
Supu, will you please shut up. I did not say any such thing.
Don't deny it, Pragya. Didn't you say you never want Millie to marry Ron?
Subbu! What is Subbu talking about? Millie and Ron? Believe me, Shanti, I never said such a thing.
Of course you did. You said it this morning. I'm not that drunk to forget this morning's incident.
Yes. Yes, I said that Ronnie and Millie can never get married. But that has nothing to do with Ronnie being a soldier. Believe me.
I'm not at all surprised, Pragya. No right-minded civilian parent will be okay with getting their daughter married to a soldier either.
Subbu didn't say anything wrong. If I had a sister, I would never let her marry a petty soldier.
I don't believe them, Kokadi. I have seen how much you love Ronnie. You can never hate him.
I know you love Ronnie like your own son, but you might not want to see him as Millie's husband. And that's all right. You may have other dreams for Millie. That's quite okay. I have no other dreams for Millie, Shanti. Ronnie and Millie can never get married. Never.
Why not? They are such good friends. If they ever want something like that, then why not?
Don't impose on her, Vidisha. Just leave her alone. That's okay.
Millie is HIV positive.
Kokadi.
Yes, you heard it right, Shanti. Millie is HIV positive. Why did you tell us anything? How could you keep this pain all to yourself? Millie didn't want to tell anyone, Shanti. She wouldn't even tell me. She only told Ronnie. Ronnie convinced her to tell me. I was so confused. I couldn't talk to anyone. Millie made me promise. But today I failed her. Forgive me, Millie. I couldn't bear Ronnie's humiliation anymore.
Roka, rest assured, nobody outside of this room will know about this secret.
I'm sorry, Pragya. I'm really I'm very sorry. I've never met Millie, but I can imagine. She must be just like you. Just as you were 25 years ago. But I'm sorry again, I can't keep this a secret. I'll have to write about Millie. I must.
Subbu, have you no sense of decency? Do you have any feelings of compassion? You may not know Millie, but Pragya, she's your friend. Would you not even think about her?
Why should I? Why should I have any special feelings for Pragya? Modi, you know nothing about our relationship. Once upon a time we were friends. But no more. She dumped me and ran away. All that we have right now is that of a give and take. Nothing more.
That's it. Give and take.
You want to use me as a hired writer to write a glorious infomercial about your next generation. I wanted to visit US at your expense, make some dollars, nothing more.
I never knew you were such a scoundrel. Now I understand why Malika killed herself.
Who's Malika?
That's none of your bloody business. Get the hell out of my sight. I can't stand it.
Enough! I had enough of this shit! Vidisha, you're leaving right now. Come on, let's go!
No, Tanmay, please.
Bodhi, I have been tolerating this man's insult for quite some time. Not anymore. Come on, Vidisha, let's go!
Subbu, we are not here to listen to your personal stories. Tanmay is my guest of honor. You have no right to insult him. Apologize to me, please.
Vidisha, how can you just sit there? How can you just sit there and tolerate this man?
I'm brought an invitee of Subbu. We are in Animesh Dambodi's house. Why should we leave?
Right. Right! Why should you? My humiliation doesn't matter to you at all, right?
Don't talk nonsense, Tanmay.
Now I'm talking nonsense. When this man was talking shit about Ronnie, you seem to be quite upset. And when I'm being insulted, you seem to be absolutely alright, right?
You're drunk, Tanmoy. Sit down.
Tanmoy, calm down.
Tanmoy, I'm very sorry. I really didn't mean to insult you. Those words just blurted out of my mouth. You know my tongue is no longer under my control. By now you should have known me better, man. Just ignore me. Okay? Let's have another drink with each other. Come on. But let me tell you something, my friend. Face, your goddamn face, it's on funny.
Subbu, you must apologize to Prabha too. You must not write about Millie. That must remain a secret.
You guys make me sick. You folks hired me as a writer to proudly brag to the whole world about the heroic fights of an American soldier who kills poor people in Iraq for no reason at all. This girl, me, she's silently fighting a war within herself, war with a deadly disease. You want to suppress her story? You want to suppress her fight? Are you all stuck in Middle Ages or what? Your son can be the hero, but not this girl.
Millie herself didn't want anyone to know. She is fighting a war with a deadly disease, but she wants to fight it all alone because she doesn't want her loved ones to get impacted by it. Ronnie's war is no secret. Although, if it was possible, I would have kept it a secret.
Why should we keep Ronnie's war a secret? We are proud of him. We are honored that.
Vidisha, for some reason I never felt the pride nor the honor. I don't know why. I tried my level best, but I never really could. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You're not proud of Ronnie? Why?
I am proud of Ronnie. But Shanti, I get this weird feeling that I cannot explain. This feeling of emptiness, of desolation. Like I'm lonely, like I'm lost. I had this feeling when I first came to this country. And then, when I was taking the oath of citizenship.
But why? Your son has dedicated his life to making the greatest sacrifice for this country. Isn't that something to be proud about? When Americans get to know that a son of Indian immigrants can fight for the US Army, their respect for our community will grow even more. They will understand that Indians too can give their loved ones for this country.
I know, I understand, Shanti, but I cannot help. I'm helpless. For one reason or the other, I could never tell any of my colleagues at work that my son is in the US Army. I don't know. Anytime the topic would come up, I'd just change the topic. This feeling of shamefulness, betrayal would come over me. Anytime the discussions of war would get heated, over the water cooler or at coffee breaks, I'd just make a lame excuse and get out of that situation. I don't know why this weakness plagues me, Shanti.
Wonderful! Bravo! I couldn't help but applaud. What a touching confession. So, you are fighting a war within yourself, right? Don't you feel the pain? Don't you feel like crying out loud when you have to fight against your own self, your own values, your own conscience?
Yes. Yes, it hurts. It hurts real bad. So much so that I cannot sleep at times. I've been in this country for so long, but I've never really been able to set my roots in this soil. I couldn't consider myself an American. But I'm not an Indian either. Who am I? Who am I, Shanti? Who am I loyal to? Am I a betrayer? Am I a traitor?
Traitor. Traitor, just like you, isn't it? Subramaniam? Major Subramaniam?
What do you mean?
You are a doctor in the Indian Army, right? this website. This website writes about you. This even has a picture of you. This is you, right?
You were in the army? Where did you get this from, Nando?
I googled Mr. Subramaniam's name and hit upon this website. Why? Isn't this right? Can you deny this?
Yeah, I was in the Indian Army, but that's nothing to brag about.
Of course not. Because you're kicked out of the army. You have been court-martialed and you're found guilty.
Court-martial? Why?
I think that Major Subramaniam can explain that to us. Won't you, Major? Tell us, why does a petty soldier become a soulless machine like you? I want to know. I want to know because I want to know why those Pakistani soldiers behave like crazy animals. Tell me.
This says, discharged from army for disorderly conduct.
Subbu, discharged for disorderly conduct. Say something.
Because I'm a rapist!
What?
I was accused of raping a young girl. I'm a horrible criminal. I'm a rapist.
No, I don't believe this. This cannot be true. Subbu!
Shame on you. Shame on you. You've been lecturing us all evening. You're a celebrity intellectual. You came here to America to write about our morals, our values. Write about yourself first.
Stop it, Nando.
Why should I stop, Dada? Why should I stop? This fellow has been lecturing us, insulting Ronnie. Criminal rapist, and you asked me to stop. What happened? Why are you quiet? Why are you following orders to Major Subramaniam?
Subbu, say something!
That night I was riding back from a party with my army unit. Everybody in the truck were drunk. They were shouting and singing. All of a sudden, the truck stopped in front of the house. All the soldiers got off the truck and went inside the house. I was waiting inside the truck. But after half an hour, when no one returned, I went inside the house. Inside the house, I saw a ghastly scene. An older couple were gagged and tied in one corner. A young boy was lying on a pool of blood on the floor. In the bed, two teenage girls. Soldiers were grunting like two wild animals. I tried to get out of it. But that swine Rathore stopped me and said, "Go ahead, doctor, just for your pleasure." I was about to throw up. I tried to get out, but he pulled a revolver, held it against my head and said, "No, doctor, you can't leave now."
No.
I don't recall. I can't remember a thing. Believe me, I don't remember anything.
No! I cannot believe you did something like this! No! I don't!
I don't know, Pragya. I might have, I might not have. I don't remember a thing. I remember a face. That bastard brought his face. He looked exactly like Tanmay. I killed him! I killed that bastard! Yeah. Oh. Get off him! Get off him! Get off of him!
Try to do this again. Kill him. Why I found?
He's mad! This guy's absolutely mad! Yes! I am mad! I am crazy! I am not a sane person anymore. No soldier can be sane either. Your son, Animesh, Ronnie, is not a sane person either.
No, never! Ronnie could never do such a thing!
He will be forced.
No, he won't! You have only seen a few criminals. How can you judge all soldiers by that standards? Ronnie is not a weakling like you. If you had known Ronnie, if you had met him, you would have never said such a thing.
But yeah, it doesn't matter what he was, how he was. A soldier goes through a metamorphosis that you will never be able to comprehend. When a soldier sees a man dying and screaming in pain, die right in front of him, he changes. He's ruined. He's destroyed. You think you'll get back the same Ronnie you knew? No! Never! Modi, do not expect to hear the same familiar voice of your son call you Ma. We won't. He can't. Doesn't happen. Still, Animesh, I urge you to bring him back. Bring him back while you still can.
Dada, what happened, Dada? What happened? Please talk to me.
I cannot bring back Ronnie. Ronnie isn't coming back.
What do you mean Ronnie's not coming back?
Why are you saying this, Animeshta? Ronnie will come back. He promised he's going to call us today.
Why are you mute? Kichu Bolo, tell me, why would you say such a horrible thing?
They were here this afternoon.
Who was here?
Nando knows.
Nando, who was here?
I don't know what he's talking about. Only a couple of army officers came looking for Animeshda when you were not at home. And when I said you were not home, they left. They said they're friends of Ronnie.
You were from the Army Notification Unit. They only come when there is bad news to give. They'll be here any moment.
No, how can you be so sure it was a notification unit? They could have come here for some other business too.
Then they would have told Nando about their business. They only come here when there is bad news to give, and they deliver it to the next of kin. Shanti, we have to be ready. We have to be prepared. We have to stay strong.
Nando, don't try to hide anything from me. Tell me, what did they say? Did they give you any kind of hint? Tell me, Nando.
Nothing, Modi, nothing. They did not say anything. Dada, why are you assuming the worst? I mean, the news may not be so bad. I mean, you haven't heard them yet.
Let's hope you're right. But they'll be here by 10 p.m. That is for protocol. All we can do is wait.
Vidisha! Vidisha! Vidisha!
Shanti?
How are you feeling? What?
Vidisha! Don't cry, Vidisha. I'm sure Ronnie's fine. Animeshta is worried for nothing. What? We need to be there for them. We need to support them.
What a waste! What a waste! A life wasted for a false cause, an unjust cause.
Son of a bitch. You say one more word about Ronnie. Tear your tongue off. Ronnie is fine. Nothing has happened to him.
No. Leave him alone. Shambhu, Ronnie sacrificed his life for his country, for his beliefs. We may not be able to accept that, but he hung on to his beliefs because his love for his country was unassailable. We, on the other hand, we fled. We quit. We were the cowards. We were the deserters. We fled our own war fields in search of a new life, of a prosperous life. But the war within us never left us. It just changed its form and kept on attacking us, kept on attacking us. Durga, Nando, Shanti and I, we are all in the same boat. We must pay for the pain that we caused to those whom we left behind.
Roga, we don't have too much time. We must give Vidisha her baby shower. Nando,
Rudy, please let me go. I don't want anything. Please leave me alone.
Vidisha, don't cry. Look at me. Am I crying? Why should I? I promised Ronnie. We have not heard anything yet. Your Dada always says, no news is good news. Isn't that right, Nanda?
Yes, Bodhi. Yes, Bodhi. Mark my words. I'm sure they did not come here with any bad news. Maybe they came here with the good news. Like Ronnie has been awarded something of a big award, and he has done something of great bravery and courage, something heroic. Maybe that's something can be tell us.
Maybe you're right, Nandu. Until I hear from my own ears, I will believe that my son is alive and well. Let's go, Vidisha. We don't have too much time on our hands.
Bodhi, do we really need to do this?
Yes, we must, Tanmoy. We must. Vidisha's shower must happen. We may lose a son, but please don't stop us from welcoming yours. A new Indian will come to this country, and we must be ready to welcome him with open arms to this land of ours. Please let us fulfill this last wish of our son.
Wait. Ranga, please take Vidisha inside. Nando, go with them. She will need your help. You prepare for the shower. We'll be right back. Let's go. Sit down.
Dr. and Mrs. Meacham, the Secretary of the Army has asked me to express his deepest regret that your son, Ron Meacham, was killed in action in Baghdad, Iraq, on the 24th of April, 2005. His death resulted from a sniper attack on the 5th Division.
Well, that was it. I was disappointed that it did not turn out to be the fun and happy event that it was supposed to be. Nevertheless, it happened. A few months later, Vidisha gave birth to a beautiful little girl. We named her Atgoja. Vidisha wasn't that disappointed to have a girl, as she used to complain earlier, but Donmoy seemed really upset. He's talking about going back to India, at least before Atgoja becomes a teenager. Vidisha isn't that keen, but Donmoy keeps on using Millie as his example of forthcoming disaster. Man, I really feel sorry for this guy. And talking about Millie, she's doing quite well. She's moved in with her mother. And Prokamashi, I'm really proud of her. Her latest mission is to fight against HIV and AIDS in India. Together with Millie, she's launched an AIDS awareness campaign in Kolkata using all her resources from America and India. I sincerely hope her all the best. Her friend Subbu, the writer, he's helping too. Man, this guy Subbu is really a character. Thank God he gave up the idea of writing a book about me. Instead, he's now working on becoming a filmmaker. He's frantically looking for a few investors. Any takers? My parents, for a while, were completely disoriented. They seemed to have lost all interest in life, and it was so disappointing. But slowly, they got things back together again. Nodokaku was a big help. My dad, after a lot of soul searching, finally made up his mind. He's going back to India. He's bought a nice little apartment in Kolkata, and he's corresponding with a few universities for a teaching job. He's looking forward with a lot of excitement. Only Mom. Mom's become very quiet these days. I hope she feels better in Kolkata. I hope they both find their peace in their home here.